Today's going to be an explosive episode. We're going to be mining for ancient debris using TNT, and we're going to be constructing a Wither Rose farm. Hey guys, Deathdealer here, welcome back to another episode of the AutoCraft series. AutoCraft is the server where we automate everything you can do in vanilla Minecraft along with having some fun along the way. If you're new to the series and you want to see more, there is a link to the playlist down below. And hey, if you like to craft your way to success like I do, why don't you subscribe to the channel? So in between episodes I've been doing some AFKing over in the end at the Obsidian farm. And yeah, I've been doing it for about 4 or 5 hours. I kept having to go and restart the chunk loading setup along with replacing completely because it just stopped working. But in that time, we got, let's see, 1, 2, 3 chests worth, double chests worth. And this isn't completely full, and if we do the math, we have 135 stacks of obsidian, which is about 8,500, which is insane. Yeah, anyways, what we're going to do is we're actually going to go and check the new chunk loading things. I think you guys will be interested in that stuff. But yeah, the obsidian, I don't actually have any plans for it right now. Well, no, that's a lie. I have some vague things planned out, but I don't want to say anything because I might not do it. So yeah, here is the new chunk loading setup. So the problem we had with the previous one is it worked perfectly fine, apart from the fact that every so often the item wouldn't be ejected properly so it would land on the obsidian. Now this happened every few minutes. Well, every like 5 minutes or so, which was quite annoying. So I replaced it with this setup, which is fairly simple. 3 droppers, simple redstone circuit here. And yeah, we've got the exact same on the other side with some hoppers feeding into it. Now this system works a lot more reliably. The items still drop in the obsidian every so often, but it only happens like once every hour or two. And yeah, all you need to do is pick up the item and then just throw it into the hoppers and then the whole system starts up again. But yeah, what we're probably going to do is we're probably going to use some update suppression to remove these bottom bits of obsidian. The same in the nether. We will then put in the hoppers there, and then this system will work flawlessly. I've also been spending some time breeding up some villagers, and I think this cell is now completely full. There must be at least 24 guys in there. But yeah, I released a tutorial for this villager breeder, so if you're interested, there'll be a link to it in the description along with the iCards. And it's a really good tutorial, so I would recommend that you watch it. But yeah, the plan for today, or what we're going to do right now, is we're going to go mining for ancient debris. So me and Rustic have this little thing where we want to get a full netherite beacon by the end of the season, which will require over 9 stacks of ancient debris. So we want to get started right now. As of this point in time, I have 3 pieces of ancient debris, so we have a lot of work to do. So I've been saving up from TNT. We have 5 stacks here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into the nether. I need to grab a flint and steel first, dig some tunnels, place some TNT, blow up, go through those larger tunnels, look for the ancient debris along with the gold because the gold is insanely valuable, and hopefully we can get a decent amount today. Alright, so we've just returned from that ancient debris mining session, and we went through the whole 5 stacks of TNT. Now if I spread them out more, we would have been away for longer, but I think we were like doing it for like maybe 40 minutes or so. And in that time, we're now up to 53 pieces of ancient debris. So we already had 3 pieces in our render chest, and we got 50 in that mining session. So yeah, that's fairly successful. That's really successful. Also, I need to correct myself. I'm still wearing my helmet. So in the last clip, I said we needed 9 stacks of ancient debris to make a netherite beacon. This was wrong. We need 92 stacks of ancient debris. So we've still got a lot of work to do. So I have 53, I think Rustic also has a stack. So yeah, we're going to be at this for quite some time. Moving on though, so let's take a look, let's actually get started on making this Wither Rose farm. So the main part of it is we need a wither. So we need to go into the nether to get 3 wither skulls. Now I haven't went farming for wither skulls yet this season, whilst I do have a beacon as an actual mine, the Captains of Industry beacon. So we use it for the Captains of Industry projects, and I'm currently moving it around different places right now until I get my own stuff set up. But the main reason for doing this Wither Rose farm is so that I can set up a wither skeleton farm, which will be insanely efficient. That farm would need to be like a fortress inside the Soul Sand Valley for it to work effectively. So yeah, we need a lot of wither roses for that. So why don't we go into the nether? First I need to grab a shield, maybe some water, milk buckets or something. Go into the nether and we can start grinding for wither skeleton skulls. Hopefully this shouldn't take too long. Alright, so we have the 3 wither skulls we need. It took me a little bit of time, but we got them. I also found a fortress in a Soul Sand Valley, so let's go and fly up a little bit. Well, it's just on the edge of a soul sand valley, but we'll be able to make a super efficient willer skeleton farm here, which is quite nice. Also been farming up gas because gas tails are insanely valuable. I will be making a farm for these at some point in the near future. But yeah, why don't we go and gather the materials we need to start making the preparations for making this Wither Rose farm. Alright, so now that we've got the wither skulls, we can look towards actually building this thing. So, this is going to be fairly interesting because we need to manipulate the positioning of end gateways. Now, the central gateways on the island are fine, we don't need to manipulate those, we need to manipulate the ones that generate at the beginning of the outer end islands. Now, there is ways to do this. So the way the mechanic works is basically when you enter a portal or when you enter one of the gateways, the game will scan. Let's just imagine you've just generated a gateway here. So when you go through it, it will scan for the nearest blocks, like in the void that are endstone, and if there are a significant amount, it will generate the portal there. So we're going to use that mechanic to generate portals closer. Now, we've got to do it maybe about 700 blocks out. So it's close enough to us that when I come to, you know, editing the end and deleting the outer end island so that we can, you know, get plenty of stuff every month, it shouldn't be a problem. And yeah, it should be good for like spawns and things. So what we need to do is we need to get a central portal, because obviously all the other portals in the server have been used. Unfortunately, the 4 cardinal directions haven't had any portals yet, so we're going to have to fight the Ender Dragon to generate one in the direction we want, and then I need to kind of make a kind of public service announcement telling people not to use any central portals to generate, because we might want to do this same trick in the near future. However, for this to work, obviously we're going to need a lot of blocks, because we need to go out to the outer end islands and then build back 700 blocks and then make the preparations to spawn the new gateway. So I think I'm going to choose netherrack as my building material, because we can insta-mine it, because insta-mining is nice. And yeah, this endstone, you can't really insta-mine that, unfortunately. So I'll go and grab a shulker box worth, or 2, probably 2, it might be better that way. And yeah, I guess I'll have to go and fight the Ender Dragon as well. Good thing I don't have them on me. Good thing I got a lot of gas steals. Alright, so I have 2 shulker boxes full of netherrack. That should be more than enough material we need for this. And I also defeated the Ender Dragon several times. And yeah, I'm on a pumpkin, by the way. I died. I died again. Yeah, I got a little bit too close, and I haven't been using my totem collection. Yeah, we need to start using that soon. So yeah, we died. We're up to 2 deaths now, but you know what? It's fine. We've still got the least amount of deaths in the server. And yeah, we generated 1 portal in the correct location, so in one of the cardinal directions. This is the one that is facing south, which is nice. So I put an announcement on the Discord, basically telling everyone if they see any of these portals generate, not to go through them. I think I'm going to need to set up something where if anyone generates any portals in the cardinal directions, I'm going to set up something where they're prohibited, we're not allowed to go through them, just so that we can, you know, generate portals in the middle of the void, because we have lots of projects planned out that require the... Well, yeah, it requires the void and the use of end gateways. So yeah, we're going to have to keep those for later on. So yeah, we have 1 to play with today. I was hoping to get the 4 of them, because then we could do all of this stuff and then no one had to worry about anything. So what we're going to do is we're going to fly out to the outer end islands right about now. Hold on, actually, this should be... yeah, that should be in the 0 coordinate, okay. So let's keep the F3 window open. Let's turn on... no, let's turn that off because that's quite annoying. And let's fly on over. So we need to fly about 1,000 blocks out, and then the end islands will generate. Now let's fly up a little bit. We're getting a bit low for comfort there. And any moment now we should start to see... yeah, there we go. They are starting to generate in nicely. Okay, the server's struggling a little bit right now, because these chunks are completely brand new. Okay, that's cool. Right, so we need to make some preparations in order to generate the portal. So we need to build a pathway that goes out to by about 700 blocks. And we're going to need to collect some endstone as well, and then we can try and generate this portal. Alright, so we've bridged out about 300 blocks from the end island. We are currently at 719 away from 0. And yeah, the path is 2 blocks wide, and right now we're in between, well, we're in 4 chunks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So what we're going to do right now is we're basically going to simulate an end island so that we can spawn the portal. So let's turn off these, and place this stuff. So now what we need to do is we need to go back to the central island, go through the end gateway, and in theory, one should generate right here, or very close to this location. Alright, so now is the moment of truth. We're ready to go through the portal, and this should generate the end gateway exit in the middle of the void. So let's jump on down, go through, and there we have it, it worked. It worked perfectly. Our coordinates, yeah, that's perfect. So right below us, well, there's a gateway there, and there's a pathway down there. Okay. Alright, yeah, this is the right location. Cool. And we're at the same coordinates as everything else. In my tests, I did this exact build, but this portal generated a lot lower. But you know what? This is fine. This is perfect. We can't see the edge of an end island, but that's fine. It really doesn't matter. Every month or so, basically what happens is every month or so, I hate this said, I'll be going through the server and deleting the outer end island so that we can go exploring for shulkers and things like that again. So that area over there won't really matter. But the void, everything inside the void will stay, which is why we have moved the end gateway to this current location. But yeah, it's good. We're still close enough to fly out there if need be. Now, the next step of this project is we need, let's get up here. We need to delete this actual like block of endstone. We'll use it to like work and things, but we need to delete the actual photo block there. Now there's several ways in the game we can do this, but the easiest method is by growing or force growing a giant mushroom. So I think we need to go to the shopping district, get like a red mushroom or a brown mushroom. A red mushroom would be the easiest method, less complicated than things. Bone meal, some dirt, and we should be able to grow this thing, which is quite nice. And then this bedrock will form our wither cage. Alright, so in theory when we grow this mushroom, the end gateway block will be destroyed. But don't worry, even if we come back through the portal on the opposite side, we will end up back here in this location, so it's fine. Alright, so let's grow that. That's a really good sign right there. Okay, that's good. So now we can pop on up, delete all this stuff. It should have left all the bedrock, and there we go. The actual end gateway is destroyed. However, this thing is still functional. Obviously, we can't go through it this side anymore, but whenever we come through it from the opposite side, we will always end up back in this chunk, which is quite nice. But yeah, technically we could put the wither in here now, and it'd be ready to go. But we're not going to do that. We're going to build the rest of the infrastructure first, because that could cause some problems down the line. So what I need to do is get rid of that, obviously, is I need to actually go and take a look at the design we're going to use. It's probably going to be one designed by Ray's Works. I think there's a more updated version of his. If so, I'll leave a link to his thing down in the description. But let me go and gather the materials we need, look at a few videos, and we can get started on this thing. Alright, so I thought we'd pop into a testing world so we can look at this design real quick before we start building it. So yeah, as you can see, we've got the wither and the wither cage there, and then we basically have an enderman farm. So it's basically a spawning platform with an endermite in the middle, up top. The endermen are attracted to the endermite, and then they fall down this shaft where they're then killed by the wither. Now you may be wondering why the wither isn't shooting like the blue heads everywhere. That's because of this chicken. It's actually focused on the chicken, and it won't fire blue heads because it's focused on them, but the side heads will still kill the enderman, which is quite nice. So that's all there is to this design, so why don't we gather the materials we need. The hardest thing we need to get is the chicken, because I don't have a chicken farm or anything like that. So this is going to be a hell of a lot of fun. Alright, so I've gathered the materials we need. We should have everything in these shulker boxes, so in theory we shouldn't need to come back until this thing is finished. Oh no, that's a lie. One thing we need is we need some soul sand to get the wither boss going. Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, there we go. That's the materials. So let's head back over into the end and we can get started on construction. Hopefully this shouldn't take us all that long. Alright, so we have the item collection system in place, along with the system where the little, what you call it, chicken's going to be. So this is a little bit different to what is in the testing world. I actually have like a little chamber. That's just basically to help block off points of view for the wither, and because, you know, it's better that way, I guess. But yeah, what we need to do now is we need to actually build like the kind of enderman farm thing that basically attaches onto this before we can do that, we need to make sure that all the areas here, the Enderman can't teleport to them. So obviously once we're done, we're going to have to get rid of the island below us along with the netherrack pathway, which is why I built out netherrack so that's easy to break. But yeah, now what we need to do is we need to get up there, build a platform, and then do some stuff with an endermite, which is certainly going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, I need another bit of wool here. There we go. Alright, let's get to that, shall we? This farm is starting to come together, so we've got the main spawning platform in place up top. I've also got rid of the endstone island because it was just spawning so many, what do you call them? The endermen, it wasn't even funny. So yeah, we're almost ready to go actually. All we need to do is get the endermite in place and it will just sit right up there, which is awesome. Now what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to build a small little room so that I can get this guy spawned, because if we spawn him out in the open, these endermen will go straight after it, which is a bad idea. I also need to get rid of this block because that's just not a good thing to have. But yeah, this is coming together quite nicely. We should have this up and running in the next few minutes in theory. That is provided it doesn't take me a long time to get the endermite. Now I have like 7 or 8 stacks of ender pearls along with the name tag. I forgot to grab that earlier on, so to go back to base. Hopefully it doesn't take us all those 8 stacks of ender pearls. Hopefully this is a fairly quick process. And yeah, I also need to set up the minecart rails in that room to get the guy into the designated area for this thing. But yeah, I'm very nervous. We're almost ready to test this thing out. I've never bought one of these things before, so hopefully it works first time. Alright, so the endermite is in place. That was fairly simple to do, nothing too complex there. And yeah, this thing is working. Obviously, nothing is spawning right now because we're here. But this, without the wither part, this is just an, an enderman farm. There we go. Yeah, I'm struggling for words today. So if we just pop on down here, enderman will start spawning. Now, obviously, we need to get rid of that netherrack pathway because it's been quite annoying. Also, these blocks are temporary. This is so that I can place the wither and do the water stuff with that. But yeah, I am quite happy with this stuff so far. So, what we need to do now is, we aren't getting any spawns because of all those guys down there. So we need to go and break that pathway. I don't know how far back we'll go until the mobs stop spawning. Ah, you can hear them. Yeah, they're starting to drop down. That's good. Okay, right. So yeah, that'll take not long since it's netherrack, and when we come back, we'll place in the wither and we'll see if we can get this thing to work properly. Alright, so we've removed enough of that pathway so that it shouldn't affect the rates of this farm, but yeah, we should be good to go. Oh boy, I'm so nervous for this. So, what we need to do is a few things. So we need to get the villa placed. We need to place water so that it doesn't blow anything up. We need to fly out of its way. Once it spawns, we then take away the water. Give the lever up there a switch with a quick flick. And then this thing should be working. The item filters aren't ready yet, and these guys are teleporting there. Of course they are. Oh wait, no, that may be from earlier on, but you know what, that's fine. Anyways, without further ado, let's do this. So, this will be my first wither of the server, and I realise I can actually place blocks on the opposite side. That's good. Why don't we quickly pop on over here. Do this, now we can destroy these blocks. Yeah. Hopefully we shouldn't need to replace this guy all that often. If, you know, at all. Ah, right, okay. So, 1, 2, and let's get my water bucket ready. If I place the water bucket first, that might be a better alternative. Okay, and it'll kill those guys that are in there. No! No, I just lost my skulls! Oh, what was I thinking? No! My skulls are gone! Oh no. Okay, that's a bit of a derp for me. It's alright, I can always go and get more. Right, let me go and get some more skulls, and then we can actually start this farm. Alright, so I just went and got 2 more skulls, and it took a little while to do that, but we're finally ready to try this again. So let's not make the same mistake. Also, the sheer amount of endermen that are falling into that chamber right now. is insane. You could hear it's just constant. Okay, right, let's try this. So, oh boy, right. Here goes. So, place this first, then the water, break these blocks and fly away. Oh, that was bad. That... yeah, that was just a lot of dead air right there. Okay, right. So what we're going to do is... I've already got some Wither Roses, which is nice, but it's very explosive. So, I'm going to flick and then close. Alright, that's good. Get rid of the water. And yeah, there we go. Right, so one thing I've known, we need to double carpet that platform right there. And yeah, this should be ready to go. There is a few other problems I'm noticing. One of which is the noise, so let's turn that off. There we go, we could just hear the explosions now, that's better, right. So we're on the risk of this guy being able to see stuff, right, okay, that head is shooting in there, that's fine. I'm really not comfortable with this. Right, so what I'm thinking is we bring these blocks up and then we try and block him off around this, just so that he focuses on the guys in the chamber. And then everything should be good, I think. Yeah, okay. Alright, so you may notice this looks a little bit different. That's because the Wither was actually using its blue skulls, which blew up a bunch of stuff. The reason that happened was because at one point I opened this switch for too long and the chicken in there died. So yeah, some stuff went down, so I had to replace the chicken and rebuild the collection system. Well, just that little section there, everything else was fine. But yeah, I've let this run for maybe about 40 or 50 minutes. Why don't we take a look at the spoils of this project. So, as you can see, I've also double carpeted this area as well, and I was using this as like an AFK spot. Okay, so... oh, that's insane. This is going to be the first time I've handled these. And wow, I'm happy this farm works. Like, yeah, there's a kink at the beginning when we try to get this thing operational, but it's working flawlessly now. We'll be putting these Wither Roses to use in many projects to come. So this episode's been a fun one. We went mining for ancient debris where we got a ton for our netherite beacon project. And we got this Wither Rose farm up and running, which will allow us to do lots of other projects like insanely efficient ghast and Wither skeleton farms at some point in the near future, which I am planning to do very soon. So if you're interested in that, make sure to subscribe so you're notified of all of this stuff, and remember to like the video. If you're interested in the server itself, we have an application form in the description, so why don't you go and fill that out, and who knows, you might eventually be able to come and play with us on here. And why don't you remember to watch the rest of the series as well. I'd like to thank you all for watching this episode of the AutoCraft so far. Make sure you go and watch everyone else on the server. On the left hand screen right now, there are two videos, one that YouTube wants you to watch and one that I think you should watch. Make sure you go and watch them, and remember to leave a like, subscribe, and hopefully you will enjoy the videos.